I was about to write in chat if I could play again. Nobody wants me to.
If you guys need a sub, I'm still here. Looks like Lee Sin actually banned out. They really respecting that from D-Lone Wanderer.
That does remove some of the early aggression, but still, Wanderer is really good on a lot of champions. So, wasting a jungle ban, I don't think is the greatest thing. Why is Gangplank being banned? That's strange. Alright.
I mean, Gangplank really strong against, well, it's really strong with siege compositions because you can just set up the barrels if you're kiting back, and it's pretty much guaranteed damage on the back line.
But none of their team plays Gangplank.
Yeah.
Which...
I'm not sure if it's a lack of scouting or if they know something you don't.
Well, it's sad because I sent them a scouting report, and still, Gangplank ban. I like the Karma ban. The Karma ban, probably another kind of iffy ban. I would have banned Trundle because unless they are meaning to first pick Trundle, but they first pick Graves again. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like gonna be the champion of choice. He's been doing fairly well in these games. Last time wasn't really able to pull through. It looks like a Nidalee being hovered. She's been really popular with early game type compositions. Obviously gives you a lot more poke also for that siege. But first picking the Corki again, really valuing that pick. And I'm a little surprised, honestly, that UBC is not taking that Corki away.
It feels really strange to me that they value the Graves this much. Unless they're really trying to get their jungler onto a pick he's really comfortable on, because from what I know, their jungler plays a lot of Elise and Graves. So I understand the priority for the Graves. I feel by doing this, they're getting put so far behind in picks and bans that it hurts them.
Right, the Corki has been so dominant both these games.
And that's another thing. Corki is a flex between Double Rift and Colaire, and it is one of their mid laners' favorite champions to play recently. But again, we're gonna see the Fizz.
And the Laughing Whale's grabbing that Fizz again into the picking it blind essentially. So this is pretty much the same exact team they're building, but I do want to see more engaged from either their top or support. Maybe it would go a little bit better next time.
We will probably see the Trundle here again.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. If
Concordia doesn't pick Trundle here, UBC will. I have a feeling.
So they go for the Janna again. So just the same teams coming out, except instead of the Lee Sin, you have the Rek'Sai coming through. That's and for Concordia University, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They do go for the Blitzcrank. That gives them a little bit more ability to engage. I think it was banned in the last game.
It was.
So, trying to go back to the comfort pick. Obviously, they don't have the... And they steal away the Trundle.
Yeah, so the Trundle pick is smart.
Yeah.
Because this will probably force DF10 to play something else. But with a double 80 carry comp and a Karma ban, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu, very strong. Hasn't really been focused at all in these 3 games, even though she's one of the highest priority in the pro scene. They're trying to decide. They do need some... Whoops. Oh, that was the notification. Quinn, very good against Trundle and really fast rotations. That'd be fairly decent. Their composition's a little bit AD heavy, but I mean, the Corki still does decent enough ability power damage. Again, though, UBC just not running a lot of wave clear in their composition, favoring that Fizz in the mid lane.
I do like this comp more than the last one, but what's sad here for Trundle is he'll have no stats to steal. So that's why I feel picking Caitlyn that early or before last for Concordia was kind of a mistake, and they should have picked Trundle and just force what's his name, Midgard's hand a bit more into something like Lissandra or another more AP heavy champion.
Yeah, I agree. I also don't. I'm not a huge fan of the Fizz for a third game in a row. He's been playing it really well in the lane, and he's been able to solo kill Corki multiple times. But in the late game, in both these games, he hasn't done that great. There was that one. There was the one fight in the first game at the turret where Malphite got a good ultimate, where he was able to completely kill the Corgi. But that, other than that, I haven't really been very happy with the results in these late game team fights.
It's just so hard to play around with all these 80 carries.
Yeah, they do have the Rek'Sai, which is kind of similar to Lee Sin, that you have a lot of early game pressure, but Rek'Sai has a very smooth power curve, similar to the Lucian, which is why one reason why they're both very popular, where there's never really a part in the game where they're underpowered.
Interestingly enough, Rek'Sai is the most popular jungler in Korea right now, alongside Nidalee, with the Graves. But Rek'Sai seems to be the pick that people default to when there is a Graves, just because you'll beat him out later on with tankiness. And it could get on him with a good flank. So I still feel that UBC's composition is lacking, and it falls on that weird situation where they have no wave clear and they're going to get shoved in, and it's going to be really hard for them.
Yeah, especially with Diab. Last game, he was super good at the split push game. And granted, Trundle is an awesome duelist. Against the Quinn, she can take turrets even more easily because you can do that from a range and use the ultimate to escape, so...
And Trundle's going to have a bad day in lane. Even if he starts corrupting Potion and tries to live, the trades with Quinn with her auto is just going to hurt so much. And Graves can potentially camp that lane, but again, with the Quinn W and getting an early pink ward from Rek'Sai or something, or just good vision around top lane, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah. So, again, pretty risky for University British Columbia. Okanagan.
But the Blitzcrank is better than the Braum than last game.
Yeah. It's a composition where it can work, but it's so risky in that you need the Blitzcrank to land hooks, you need the Fizz to be able to get kills on the back line, and you do then run the risk of the Trundle getting completely outclassed by the Quinn.
Or you run the risk of the Trundle not being able to get in range of people before dying.
Especially against the Caitlyn and the Janna. Those are also
and the Corki.
Yeah.
And the blind from Quinn. He's just gonna run in the middle, get blinded, and just run in circles and die.
Yeah,
with the double exhaust again, so we'll see how this goes as we load into game 3.
I do like the double exhaust. Last game it was so useful. Corki, after about the 20-minute mark, Corki never really died to Fizz. I believe. Maybe once or twice, but it was... They don't even have a Muno to worry about in terms of needing that Ignite either, so...
Do you load into game? I'm still looking at the pretty skins.
Yeah, I'm just updating the scores real quick.
I hear pretty music, but I can't see anything. Oh, there we
go. Alright, getting into the last game of this series for this CSL match between University of British Columbia, Okanagan, and Concordia Esports from Concordia University. On the blue side, we do have University of British Columbia. In the top lane is going to be Mint God on that Trundle. In the jungle, Fanciful Fair going for the third Jungle Graves game in a row. We'll see if it does pull out the win this time. Lucian being played by Quarry on AD carry. Laughing Whales Fizz in the mid lane. And the Deku Scrub going back to that Blitzcrank.
The triple Thorns Blade start. I love it.
Indeed, they do pick a different path this time for the Blitzcrank cheese.
I haven't really looked at it, but that penguin ward is really cute. Just winks at you. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I've never really had a chance to appreciate it in game. Oh man, he's just chilling out there.
He's just chilling, blinking. It's like, I'm looking at this wall really intently.
Don't worry, guys. I'll let you know if anyone's coming. He even has a little snow globe or whatever that is above him.
I think Concordia needs to step up their ward game. We have a ghost ward from Diab. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, Ghosty from the Haunting, or from the, I forgot what the term is for Halloween in League.
Harrowing.
Yes, the Harrowing.
Some League of Legends weird names.
Yes, the non-trademarked Halloween name.
Has anyone actually trademarked Halloween?
You know, I don't know, but...
Can I trademark Christmas? I like sue people for saying Merry Christmas.
Apparently, the Happy Birthday song was recently taken off of the trademark. It used to be, but now...
Wasn't it trademark of Disney at one point?
I don't remember who. I know some group had it, which is why whenever you went to restaurants, they would always sing you something like Happy Birthday, or some other variation that's not actually the same melody. But Quarry feeling the same pain as last game.
Yeah, he's just gonna get punished every time he walks over for CS. It's just a range of matches. There's not much he could really do about it. And having a support like Blitzcrank is just... It hurts even more because as soon as Blitzcrank misses the hook, or Double Riftu gets inside the minion line, you know he's gonna take harass.
Yeah. Loses all semblance of pressure, but they do hit level 2 in that lane. Blitzcrank trying to find a hook, but very wise on the side of Concordia University. They back off pretty safely. Fizz going in though aggressively. Here comes Fanciful Fair, gonna try to be able to get a kill. Is he gonna flash to get that red buff? Fizz is gonna flash actually. A nice dodge from Colair, but here comes the exhaust. Wander comes out, actually grabs the first blood. I don't think Corky's gonna fall at all here. That is not looking good so far for University of British Columbia. First blood going to that Rek'Sai.
Yeah, it was really nice. Held his flash as long as he could. Colair finally escaped. Gets no deaths. Diab comes down just for good measure, but overall good trade.
Oh, a really good hook on Double Riftu. Grabs him under the tree.
So yeah, Diab's gonna probably take this now. Maybe. Or just look to get a ward. Or do nothing.
Maybe both. Nope, just looking around. Trying to scout that out. And now Blitzcrank is pretty low. He does have some extra potions, so if he can get another hook onto Double Riftu under the turret, that might prove to be the kill.
Janna's shield is just so brutal with Caitlyn in lane. It just hurts so much.
Yeah, and Silent Reaper playing so aggressively, just juking that Blitzcrank hook. Almost laughing in the face of the enemy bot lane. Normally in the Blitzcrank lanes,
gotta fight top lane, but
yeah, nothing too much happening.
As soon as Trundle pillars and tries to fight Quinn just ease away. It's pretty funny. Just the interaction between both of them, but
very sad. He does have another charge of Corrupting Potion, and with the Trundle passive, he's staying fairly healthy, so I'm a little impressed by that. Here comes Fanciful Fair, though. Are they going to be able to make something happen? Diab
still has flash, though. He's going to flash. He's safe.
Yeah. So that cooldown will be back up at about the 10-minute mark. See if Graves decides to come back over there, but Graves going for that short path. He probably could have just wrapped around there because there's no vision on the side of Concordia University.
I feel like he's gonna come back, but right now he's probably worried where Rek'Sai is. But with the knowledge that he's on the top side, Rek'Sai just completely abusing his bot side jungle. It's gonna set him really behind.
Yeah, really good response here from Dilo and Wanderer. He was playing Lee Sin very well earlier, and Graves gonna come over here just in case Rek'Sai's thinking of ganking, but Rek'Sai is gonna be here really soon. Thinking of going in. He is revealed to the turn now. He's gonna go in onto Quarry. Is he gonna flash? No. Gets knocked up by the Blitzcrank, and a great hook! Causes an instant flash from Janna.
A bit too much follow-up from Reaper as soon as the Rek'Sai tunnel missed, but They get a flash out of it, so worth for UBC.
Nice decision by Deku Scrub to knock up the Rek'Sai before she got in range. They're trying to corner them off. Silent Reaper is probably going to go down here, but the question is, will Double Rift do as well? A nice juke from the Trundle, going to be able to walk around that trap. They get 2 kills. Just a good play by UBC. Pulling the trigger on that.
It was a good response from them. They read that Rek'Sai was leaving, and they had the TP advantage. Well, not really advantage, but TPing down there wouldn't have done nothing for Diab, so...
Yep. That does give them the lead early on in this game. They are still behind 500 gold.
Well, actually, I don't know if this dragon is going to be free. Oh boy.
Ooh, here comes the Lone Wanderer. He is alone and wandering. Deku Scrub's passive might prove to be really important. Here comes the teleport. Oh, actually, all of UBC is going to be trying to back off here. They forced the heal on Lucian and now get the dragon.
Gets hooked once again.
Is he going to be able to get away? I'm not really sure. The rest of his team is trying to get over there, but a flash over from Quinn. Actually, that wasn't even a flash. That was just her dash going over the wall. Wait,
picked up a kill meanwhile on Rek'Sai.
However, Fizz got the dragon with the Rek'Sai, so trading couple kills for that dragon and the kill onto Fizz. I think UBC comes out ahead on that. Getting the kill onto your carry mid laner, being able to one-shot more easily, as well as getting that percent dragon for the mid game.
Man, I don't know if Blitzcrank lived there. Blitzcrank had like 15 HP.
That was, yeah, his passive was really useful in that situation. The mana barrier.
Go down. Oh, never mind. Here's Quinn. That's a killer. He's just so dumb. He just interrupts Quinn out of her bird.
Oh, good pillar usage. He's actually getting the push advantage.
Pillar if it knocks you out of a bird.
Oh my god. I didn't even think about that.
Like, it's probably like 10 million stories high.
Well, maybe she's just flying really close to the ground.
Well, that's just... But she's so good. She have a pterodactyl? Is Valor a pterodactyl? Is this what we're finding out?
Prehistoric Quinn. I really want to see it. But meanwhile, Double Rift actually gets the exhaust onto him. Has to get the flash knockup from D-Lone Wanderer to try to get out of there. Now, they're trying to turn it around onto Quarry. But here comes Graves. He actually misses his Q. Is he going to be able to pick up Double Rift? Yes. Are they going to get Rek'Sai? I think the other two are going to be able to get out of there. But a nice response from the Graves.
Top line, meanwhile.
Oh, wow. Instantly picking off that Quinn, and Trundle going to be able to possibly get that turret. But meanwhile, Graves is completely caught out.
Yes, Val. Can he poke? Nope. Never mind.
How can she slap? But anyways.
She slap? Wow. I haven't heard that in a super long time.
Somebody linked it on Facebook earlier today. I'm like, okay. So I'm sorry, it's still fresh in my mind.
2 years. Dang, man. Bringing out the old memes.
Vintage memeage.
The vintage meme.
Yeah.
I only use the finest memes from 2008.
They were good for a reason, man. They're the birth of modern memes. Now they actually rotate over to the Scuttle Crab and maybe try to push in the mid lane instead of sieging the bot lane turret, which I feel like with the Corki at full health, they might have been able to try to chip that down. Instead, they're getting a little bit of vision control, but they're not really getting anything out of that push advantage. Man. Double Riftu does get hooked over by the Deku Scrub. Deku Scrub is low on mana now. Quarry gonna try to walk around these traps. Oh man, surprise! It's 3 people. The shield does save Caitlyn momentarily, but not for long. Looks like Fizz is gonna try to pick up the remainder of the kills here. Kalair gonna flash out of there, burn it, but Fizz follows up with a playful slash trickster. That's the second exhaust of this fight. This must be really annoying for the blue team, but what isn't annoying is getting kills for free. That is 2 on their side, trading for the Blitzcrank.
He's gonna get out of here. Actually, Diab is here.
Oh, Diab. Nice roam down. He's going to be trying to go forward. Keep in mind, those Caitlyn traps are still in play if blue team tries to turn on this. D-Lone Wanderer here, but Graves doesn't really do that much damage. Onto the Rek'Sai, teleport from Mint God.
I don't understand.
Oh my goodness, everyone is just fighting to be able to fight just for its own sake. And D-Lone Wanderer now gets out. The Caitlyn ultimate getting blocked. Everyone's blowing every cooldown for no real reason.
This feels like we're watching ARAM, but it's like an ARAM that's moving up and down. It's really strange.
I feel like I'm watching the Unicorns of Love play or something.
Oh god, Corky, no.
Yeah, he does have to burn that Valkyrie.
And they're back again for round 2.
Oh my gosh, everyone is still here. Half the people haven't even gone back from the last fight. They're gonna go on to D-Lone Wanderer again. Who is gonna come? Looks like everyone on the red team is gonna be coming over here. Deku Scrub does get taken out already. D-Lone Wanderer is gonna try to get on himself, but the Fizz ultimate is back up. This game is just complete and utter chaos. Nice concave from Diab, though.
This might be kind of the tipping point. Well, not really the tipping point, but Concordia's gonna get so much out of this. Gonna get a turret right here. And then
yeah,
mid and get mid
the
turret.
dragon is probably up soonish. I think it went down to around 7 minutes, so in about a minute or so, they should be able to get vision control around there. But, yeah, in that last fight, all of UBC were pretty much funneling into that, coming out of that tri-bush, and there's a really nice spread from Concordia University being able to, all their ranged AD carries are able to safely put damage down.
Yep, and we're going to see half that turret go down, and then the extended ARAM might continue.
Oh my goodness.
There's
when will it end?
There's 4 people bot lane again, and god. This is the opposite of what's happening in Korea now. In Korea, we have a lane swap, and then everyone goes mid. In Collegiate, everyone goes bot lane, and then dies.
Apparently, Blitzcrank just literally walks in there and dies without doing anything else.
It's so funny on my screen, Blitzcrank, his death animation didn't happen. He's just standing there
Oh my
in the
gosh.
lane. He's just standing there upright. And Kohler dies again to Fizz.
Because why not? Fizz... Well, we saw this has been Fizz's playstyle the whole time. He just goes in whenever he can. Looks like it's working out so far. And now the Siegers become the CGs in this bottom side.
This turret's gonna go down. Or
look at how huge Mint God is.
Maybe not. Mint God just tanked.
Apparently not that huge.
For no reason. Alright.
Now everyone's going back to the bottom side except for Fizz.
Here we go again.
Round 3, baby! Looks like Janet goes out in the beginning, but a 2-man knockup from Rek'Sai does give him the advantage. Everyone's getting chunked out here. Caitlyn is completely safe here. Actually burns the heal, I think, to get a little more movement speed. Is she going to be able to get the last hit off onto the enemy? I don't think so, but now they have the pushing advantage in this bottom side. Fizz comes back to join the brawl instead of continuing to push that top lane. And, are we going to see a round 4?
Blitzcrank just flashed over the wall.
Oh my goodness. They're throwing everything out the window here just to be able to get kills here. Frankly, I'm surprised that Concordia University is going so deep in these because they have a pretty decent poke disengage composition.
What's funny is Concordia hasn't even hit where they're strong yet. They haven't. Nobody has a completed item right now except Silent Reaper for some weird reason. So now if Concordia chooses to fight is when they're going to be strong. Colera will probably have his Triforce after he Vs. The Rift already has his fire cannon. So
yeah, I think the fire cannon would be generally better in a more structured macro scenario where you're using them to poke down the turrets instead of constantly fighting.
But again, if he's looking for a completed item and they're gonna go for these 4v4 bot lane random stuff that make no sense, having completed items right now is just so strong.
Yeah, that's very true. Look at how many tunnels Rek'Sai has on the bottom compared to the top side.
It's like a Pac-Man game. There's just dots everywhere.
Oh my god. I think the map has chicken pox or something. Meanwhile, Trundle does finish his Titanic Hydra. Lucian gets his Essence Reaver. So
Quinn has her mobility or boots of swiftness actually. So. A nice 700 movement speed plus the Yomus. Very fun to deal with.
Yeah, now
Base
UBC is pushing into this mid lane, but Corki is doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Quinn on the top side trying to poke down the Trundle.
Corki hurts. At this point in the game, Corki hurts a lot. And we're gonna have Caitlyn joining up mid soon too to take this outer target.
Yeah, Quinn is slowly getting Mint down. Mint God down.
Reaper needs to be way more careful with this. Of him trying to find wards and dying. Oh boy.
Here comes the hook. They're about to start another fight. He's not going for it. Oh, here comes the Caitlyn ultimate, actually. That's going to force Blitzcrank back, and that'll allow them to poke down the turret much more safely.
You have Trundle looking to group, meanwhile Fizz just split pushes.
Yeah, I think that's what you want to do with the Fizz right now. Especially when... Ooh, they're actually going all in. Blitzcrank getting completely caught out and forcing the teleport from the Trundle. Trading turrets on the outside lanes, though.
Yeah, Quinn's gonna get top. Fizz is gonna roam mid, but doesn't look like he's gonna get it. Reaper, oh my god.
Oh, nice! Piercing light. Now Fizz is here.
Turret.
They don't have the Janna to peel, so that's gonna be... Now, we've gone from the ARAM phase into the get turrets for free phase. Yeah, Fizz does pick up one kill.
Deletes Colair.
That should be this turret going down, just from the threat. Oh my god, Fizz is a monster right here! He gets 2 people by himself. Where's the pillar? He needs the... Oh, actually, they're going to continue fighting, not going to even use a pillar. So far, Demon Wanderer tries to get one down, but no! Blue team is so low that... Looks like the spooky ghosts do come out, and a hook does grab Janna into the middle of this fight. She is going to use a Monsoon to try to get out of there, but with everyone else collapsing, there's another kill for University of British Columbia.
I don't know. I'm just speechless. This game is too weird. I don't understand.
Everyone's just kind of throwing everything they have.
It's like, you'll have a throw, and then you have a counter throw, and then there'll be like a throw, and then there'll be a random fight that makes no sense. So then everything is back even again.
Yeah.
So you're not really sure if the last 10 minutes of the game were worth it.
And if you look, the gold right now, there's only a 500 difference.
Now it's Blitzcrank's turn to die to Rift Herald. Nope. Never mind.
Fanciful Fair gonna tank that for him. Good old buddy. We'll see who they actually give that to.
Fizz.
Yeah, a lot of times in the LCS specifically, they've actually been giving the Rift Herald to the junglers just because they it gives them better DPS in the jungle and they can go back much quicker to roam around the map. But
it's a different priority, right? Like,
right.
Ideally, if Concordia had taken that, they probably would have wanted it onto Corki because it would give him extra magic damage for his poke, and it would make holding mid pretty hard for
oh my
UBC.
Goodness.
This Trundle hurts now.
Yeah, he does have a chain
Diab
vest also.
him.
Also, Diab just got into melee range there.
Yep.
Expecting Trundle to back away, so... That being said, Trundle's superior trading power is on that ultimate cooldown a bit. I mean, you could still probably trade without it, I suppose. But now with Quinn getting poked out, they're actually going to try to siege this top lane turret, so... We'll see who actually goes in. Looks like Fizz going to be going on to the Caitlyn. The exhaust comes out. He is so tired of these exhausts. Pun not intended. They do get the top lane turret as well at the same time. Laughing Wheels goes down to the Corki, and now it's a 4v4. We'll see who comes out ahead. Looks like UBC going to continue to try to siege this down. There's not really that much really strong engage from Concordia University, but they do have decent wave clear.
Concordia really needs QSS on Double Rift and Colair. If they just get QSS and can QSS the fish off of them, they'll just turn UBC's damage down by so much.
Yeah, pretty much all these turrets that UBC have gotten have been a result of Fizz just getting solo kills on these 80 carries.
Oh boy.
The field flash was just a bait! Maybe not. He looks like he goes down anyways.
Silent Reaper gonna tank the entire culling. And we're gonna have another fight.
Yeah, looks like everyone's going in here. Diab gonna be the first one to fall. Meanwhile, Colair does come in and help him out. Now the swing is back over to the Concordia University. They have one dragon. Are they gonna get the second one of the game? This game is just so back and forth.
I thought the first game tilted me. This is the real game that tilted me, and I'm not even playing anymore.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Oh,
that was a great fish! Lands on the multiple people! Everyone on Concordia Esports is actually falling down right here! Fanciful Ferret cannot continue to follow because he is just a measly Graves with a shotgun. No way to really gap close there, but they can go for the dragon now. Telling Lucian to back off from that wave. That will be slow pushing out in the next couple minutes.
The entire blue side jungle is warded. The red side jungle is warded. Oh man.
Looks like Diab is going to try to go in here, but Graves already there. Oh, the rocket grab missed! He's going to get away thanks to that Yumu's Ghostblade, but Will Colair, why is everyone dying so much?
There's been 35 kills in 22 minutes.
Good lord. I really wish I could put some of these players on my fantasy team. This is exactly what they need. Now, looks like University of British Columbia, Okana. Sorry, I had to cough mid-sentence there, but they are going to be starting the Baron. That's Okanagan, by the way. And red team kind of lurks nearby, but decides against going in and dying, which I would probably agree with.
They're going to be fine taking the dragon here and just regrouping.
Yeah, there is a bit of an issue where if they're going for a 4-1 split push, they can no longer do the 1. I don't think Quinn wins against the Trundle anymore, especially with the Baron buff. He has the Dead Man's Plate, but we'll... What do you think Concordia University wants to do here for their game plan?
Buy QSS. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Buy QSS. And probably an Executioner's Calling and hope for the best in team fights. Like, and wait out this Baron, pretty much. That's all they can do. This Fizz is just too strong right now.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
he does not even use his ultimate on the Caitlyn. Now he's going to go onto Diab. He's 1v5ing right here, and he's coming out ahead with the Trundle.
Trundle is just there afterwards.
And his Trident even takes another kill. This might be a complete sweep of the Concordia University team. That is going to give them the inner turret, maybe more. I think. Their minions are kind of far away.
BM in chat, kind of inappropriate, but
yeah,
it'll be okay.
A little bit of BM coming out from British Columbia. He's I think he's a little frustrated that they have kept going with that double exhaust. So maybe trying to let out some of that frustration, but they're gonna be going onto this inhibitor turret. They do hook in the Janna, instantly kill her down, but they need to kill the turret because Blitzcrank falls to it.
Reaper just keeps eating hooks this game. He's very hungry. It's supper time in Canada, so he's just really, really hungry for those hooks.
Actually, Janna goes for a Zeke's Harbinger first, which I'm not a huge fan of. What are your thoughts?
I think it's perfect in this comp. You have triple 80 carries. There's not really much item you need besides Zeke's in this comp right now.
I guess if he doesn't build any more crit items, he could, that will give him a 100% crit chance.
Well, it does into
the
team fights, he'll get a 100% crit chance. And it doesn't matter which 80 carries there, he could just drop it on whoever and they'll get crit during the fight. If, let's say, Double Rift 2 dies randomly. So, it's a solid pick overall. It's the best pick you could do in a triple 80 carry comp.
Very well said. So, they do go for that. And actually, Quinn building the Jorum's Fist, maybe going for a Sterax gauge. Give him a little bit more tinkiness.
Most likely. It would be a Sterax. Sterax is so strong with survivability right now, especially with the Trundle. ultimate sapping off her life from her.
Baron buff is about to run out here. We'll see if they can use it for any last pushes. Doesn't really look like it, but now Concordia University is kind of pinned to their inhibitor turrets, and Fizz by himself is quite the monster. Trundle just dancing in the mid lane. Come on, man. So
I still really think Trundle should have been picked by Concordia and Pixen Man when they had the chance.
Yeah, he's been so dominant both these games. He's just gonna tank some of this turret, but in getting locked up here, a hook comes onto the D-Lone Wanderer. He doesn't get that much focus on him. Fizz actually comes in to try and burst him down a little bit. Doesn't really happen now. Everyone's getting a little bit lower, which does favor Concordia University because they can go back and heal, obviously.
Diab's gonna eat another culling, as he does.
As he usually does. So, yeah, I think a little bit of misguided Trundle dive there. He took a lot of extra damage, bring him down to about half health. And then Fizz came around from the side, took a lot of damage himself. Having to go back then and losing their pressure. But now D-Lone Wanderer gonna just try to clear out some of this vision. He does spot that there's one blue ward, and also a regular ward in that bush. Not a lot of wards out on the map either side, just overall. Part of that is probably because it has been so chaotic, but I would like to see a few more extra pink wards.
Yeah, right now the red team should have actually warded up their deeper bushes with pinks. Since Baron isn't an option right now, they should have just warded up all their more back wards, like near the top side, and make sure nobody's getting hooked over the wall by Blitzcrank.
Indeed, it looks like they're going again for this 1-3-1. This time they have the 3 in the middle lane, which is usually what the general setup is instead of having 3 in the top side. But the top side is pretty low. Actually, a flash engage from the Fizz, but Janna instantly there to help him out.
Fizz is dead? Yeah, Fizz is dead. Right,
really good insect monsoon. Yeah, D-Lone Wanderer gonna kind of be poking in here, taking a lot of damage, and now they don't have the they don't have the Fizz, which means they lose a lot of their team fight damage. Oh my gosh, Fanciful Fair getting completely separated from his team, but the Sterix does prove to be very important here. Mint God on that Trundle, trying to chase him down. Really good Rocket Wrap onto the Caitlyn. That's going to be another kill. Mint God is on a killing spree. Unfortunately, Lucian was taking the turret there and does get caught. Does go down there.
That's going to be in him.
Yeah, they are going to actually try to heal up and get the home guard recall. Maybe scaring off the blue team. Yeah, Graves has to back off. Trundle gets hit by the Caitlyn trap. A little bit of a misstep from him. So red team should grab their third dragon off this. I'm not really sure when the Baron comes back up. I don't remember exactly the timer for that. But
a minute after this dragon, so it should be up in the next 30 seconds.
Sounds good. They do get this dragon, but Fizz is here! They are definitely a little bit afraid. He's just gonna go on. Oh my goodness!
They just finish the dragon and not chase this. Never mind.
The dragon does reset, however, and oh my gosh, Laughing Whales!
They should just finish the dragon instead of bother with him.
They are chunked fairly low. Here comes Lucian and the Graves. Are they going to try to make something happen here? If they go over the wall, they might get completely focused, though.
Weird how Wanderer picks that up even without Smite, but won't question anything of that.
Oh, here comes actually Minkon teleporting from the backside. Is he going to be able to finish off D-Lone Wanderer? That's not really the target you want to try to focus. Corky gets spotted out by the Graves. They could try to do Baron or at least clear the vision. Obviously, Baron baits are a little more difficult to pull off nowadays because the Farsight alteration does mean that you can much more safely spot that out. And I asked you what you wanted to see. Caitlyn built a QSS, finally.
Yeah, she needs it so badly.
Both teams backing off. Dylan Wander is so tanky. He's going to be building into a Titanic Hydra then. He's going to do even more damage on the Rex side.
Would have actually liked to see Reaper by Mikhail's too, just for the extra survive, but...
Yeah, past few fights, Fizz has actually been focusing the Janna. And pretty successfully doing so. Luckily for Concordia University, they have been able to stave it off a little bit. But looks like they might have the upper hand now in pressure as they push out. Again, they don't really have that great warding on either side. But I think everyone's a little bit wary of how much both teams have been skirmishing, that if they go into the enemy jungle, they don't really want to get into anything huge.
They just saw Fizz bot and they're trying to fight, but Fizz is just going to join.
That hook barely missing. ARAM Part 4.
What do you mean Part 4? It's like Part 32 at this point. The entire game has been ARAM.
Yeah, to be fair, I guess you're correct. I stopped counting them a while ago, though. Last one I remember numbering was 3.
Just the entire bot lane fight was just one big segment to me that continued into mid, then transitioned to Dragon, and then just stopped at one point. And then they did Baron.
Yeah, and Quinn actually puts the ward right above the Baron model, which is kind of interesting. Minkod gonna try to go on to Diab, though. Here comes the Fizz. Sterak's Gauge is not gonna help you. Oh! Is she gonna be fast enough? There's the fish.
I don't know if he should have wasted his flash there, but...
He does nonetheless. Now, double Riftu gets chunked out, but so does Lucian. Janna here for the shield.
Oh boy.
Fizz does not have his ult, keep in mind. That means that Minkod is going to go in by himself here. The rest of the team is following in short pursuit, or in hot pursuit, shortly thereafter.
Takes a huge chunk.
Yeah. Now, back to the mid lane, because why would you ever leave the glory of continuous fighting?
For Baron. That's why you leave
it. That is why you would leave it, I guess. They're just going to completely start it right here. There is that one Quinn ward in the top that's really sneaky. Fizz has trouble killing it, but that does give away the, that does give it away to the red team. Is Rek'Sai going to go in here for the steal? He does not get it! He gets out, but gets hooked back in. Nice hook from the Blitzcrank and a nice smite from the Graves. They have the Baron buff. This might be what they need to try to close out. Keep in mind, though, one Mercurial Scimitar is finished on the Caitlyn AD carry. We'll see if Corki or Quinn go for some QSSs along with the Janna. She has picked up a Spectre's Cowl, so maybe going for a Spirit Visage instead.
I don't see... There's no point to go Spirit Visage. Even Banshee... Not Banshees, but... What's that item? Banner of Command would have been much better versus Fizz. There's really no point to have a Spirit Visage or a Spectre's Cowl right now in this game.
Well, we'll see if Janna does still die to any Fizz, but looks like that's not even going to be an issue because they just walk up, take the mid turret, and the fish does go onto Janna, but he goes onto the 80 carry. QSS comes out. That means that he will not die to the top. And now Fizz actually goes down here. I don't know who is going to come out ahead in this fight. This is so chaotic. Minkod is still almost at full health, and Graves has to back up. I don't know who they're going to kill first. Looks like it's Diab going down. Concordia University maybe succumbing to the superior edge of the Baron buff. But here comes Double Rift 2. He is completely healed. He might be able to 1v3 everyone here. A few turrets have fallen, however. The mid and the top lane inhibitor turrets gone down. The Baron minions are actually doing a lot of damage to Caitlyn. She needs to turn around and use a little bit of that lifesteal from the Mercurial to heal up. But 2 turrets, 4 kills on both sides. That was, again, super chaotic.
Nobody ever went for Lucian, and Lucian just survived until the end. Picked up a bunch of kills for free. Yeah. I don't know. No CC from either comps, and then
Everyone just running back and forth, throwing everything they got.
Doing damage. This Fizz is just ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, so I criticized him a little bit picking that Fizz for a third time, but he has pretty much made any advantage that University of British Columbia has had so far.
It took him 3 games to be useful on Fizz.
He has had good plays in other games, but they just might not have been enough to really pull out the win. First game they did win, however. Do keep in mind. And now Trundle is actually going to try to force a fight here. Everyone just backs up, though. That's the 4th dragon. Nice little wall of Caitlyn traps. And as we reset again, for the next siege, there's 0 inhibitor towers left. So, we'll see how University of British Columbia decides to set this up. Looks like it's going to be all 5 people in one lane. Fizz not even bothering to split push. They're just going to try to Zerg this down and try to catch the enemy team unawares. Looks like it has worked for the mid lane inhibitor. Now they're going to think about going top lane, but they do not want to take that dangerous path. Going to go grab the minions first.
Pretty methodical here. Just go out to all the outer lanes, take up the inhibs. Baron should be up pretty soon as well.
They shove in, they'll have complete control of the jungle, which will lead into a nice easy Baron. Lucian also has the has a Bloodthirster, which is pretty important when you're sieging, because earlier on the game he would get poked out and then be at low health for the fight. But with the now that he has the Bloodthirster, he can just stay in for long periods of time. Interestingly, Fizz is just staying in the backline now. He's not really being the aggressor anymore. They might be waiting for a rocket grab or for the mid lane minions to push in.
Probably a bit of both.
Unfortunately for the Blitzcrank, he's going to start getting poked out a little bit. And nice Caitlyn trap wall setup. Looks like 2 people on Concordia University are going to be trying to deal with that mid lane. And University of British Columbia not really doing anything.
Yes, the wave clear is so cute. It's so insane right now for Concordia. Corki Q plus Caitlyn Q.
Yeah, that's the issue with getting the mid inhibitor first, is that it's so easy for the enemy team to just kind of walk back and forth and keep both lanes safe. But they do have the Trundle on the bomb side now. He has teleport. They have broken the code. They have to send 2 people down there. Now Fizz is actually trying to look to see if he can catch anyone out in the crossfire. Both he and Trundle are going to be working on this bottom lane inhibitor. Meanwhile, Fizz actually goes in, I think, while Rek'Sai flashes in. Really good engage from the Rek'Sai. They're going to be able to pick up those 2 people. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Fizz and Trundle are winning their duel. They do get the bottom lane inhibitor. So all said and done, University of British Columbia do get the advantage.
Lucian's just going to get a free inhib right now. Never mind.
Whew, and now, slowly, the grind is starting to compress Concordia Esports. I'm not really sure when the next Baron will be coming out.
One day, when Riot decides to fix their bugs. One day, we will know when Baron spawns. For now, we just dream.
Don't let your dreams be memes. Say
no,
as...
like your dream. Your dreams are a meme from 2008.
Hey man, don't judge. Spear Visage finished on Janna.
Why? I don't. This is just Reaper things Reaper does to tilt Demi. This is what Reaper does.
Does give him the extra 10% CDR.
Still, I'd much rather have a Banner Command or a Mikhail's right now.
Oh, that was a fantastic pillar. They actually get the Rek'Sai. They're gonna get the Janna. They're gonna get the Corki. This might be it for Concordia University in this CSL match. University of British Columbia are plowing through. They're trying to kill off Double Riftu. They do get him. There goes Diab. He's gonna fall. Quadra kill for the Lucian. They're gonna go onto these Nexus turrets. really well played from the Fizz in this game, especially Andy Trundle. They finally grinded out in a 41-minute victory. Congratulations.
Hashtag tilted.
Indeed. But yeah, really well played by the blue team there. University of British Columbia, even after they fell behind, or they lost the second game in a pretty convincing fashion, still coming through and being able to pull out the win.
Well,
all right.
I'm gonna go eat.
Thanks for casting with me. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for hosting the games.
Yeah, if you like the stream, be sure to follow.
How is Maryland doing, by the way, in their CSL or NACC thingies?
We are qualifying the U-Law right now, actually, and we're second place in the group, so it's going pretty well.
Win some money so you could buy me supper.
Well, I am not on the team, unfortunately, so I am not getting scholarship money.
One day.
One day. A man can hope, right?
You have like this sweet CLG sponsorship. Come on, man. What is this? How come I don't get any sweet CLG sponsorship?
I don't know. You could ask him.
Hey, CLG, you want to sponsor this French-Canadian team?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I said, except instead of French-Canadian, I picked something that's actually cool, like Maryland and American.
What great things has Maryland done? What are some of your Maryland accomplishments?
Francis Scott Key wrote the Star Spangled Banner. That was very important in our history. And we produced the 2016 U-Law team.
Wow. I can't wait to read about it in the history books.
Oh, yeah, you know. All right. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks for letting me cast. Say hello to your parrot for me.
Oh, God. I'm about to go murder it.
Hey, he's 40 years old. You gotta show him some respect.
It's not enough I have to deal with Reaper. I'm already tilted by the parrot. God bless.
GG, boys. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.